What happens when a conqueror runs out of worlds to conquer? In 324 BCE, Alexander of Macedon returned to the heart of Persia, a changed man leading a broken army. He had survived the deserts of Gedrosia, but the march had cost him thousands of men. His body was scarred, and his spirit was darkened by the mutiny of his army and his own near-death experience. He was the undisputed master of the known world, but his greatest challenges were no longer on the battlefield. They were now inside the borders of his own empire and within his own mind. His return was not a celebration, but a reckoning. He found his vast empire rife with corruption. The governors he had left in charge had abused their power, and Alexander's response was swift and brutal. He executed satraps and officials in a ruthless purge, reminding everyone that his authority was absolute. To heal the rift between his European soldiers and their new Persian subjects, he staged a grand spectacle at the city of Susa, a mass wedding. He and 80 of his top commanders married noble Persian women, a brilliant act of political fusion. He himself married Darius's daughter, and to his best friend Hephaestion, he gave another of Darius's daughters, making them brothers-in-law. But for many Macedonian veterans, this was the final betrayal. The tension finally exploded at the city of Opis. When Alexander announced he was sending the old and wounded veterans home, the army took it as an insult, believing he was replacing them with Persian troops. The entire army mutinied. In a stunning act of personal courage, Alexander plunged into the crowd and personally arrested the ringleaders. He then gave the speech of his life, tearfully recounting their shared journey from a small kingdom to the rulers of the world. The speech broke the mutiny, and the army and their king reconciled in a great feast. But the cracks were beginning to show. Then tragedy struck. In the city of Ecbatana, his lifelong companion, his other self, Hephaestion, died suddenly from a fever. Alexander was shattered. His grief was so extreme, it bordered on madness. He had the attending physician crucified, refused to eat for days, and ordered the entire empire into a state of mourning so profound that even the sacred flames in the temples were extinguished. He ordered a funeral pyre for Hephaestion in Babylon, so vast and expensive it was one of the wonders of the age. He had conquered the world, but had lost the one person who truly understood him. He returned to Babylon, the capital of his new world, still consumed by grief. Legend says that as he approached the city, priests begged him not to enter, warning of dire prophecies that foretold his death. But Alexander, dismissing their fears, entered the city where a final, chilling omen awaited. A man was found sitting silently on his royal throne, wearing his robes and diadem. Despite the sense of doom, Alexander pushed forward, making impossible new plans. A voyage around Arabia, the conquest of North Africa, but he would never set sail. After a long banquet, Alexander fell ill with a raging fever. For 12 agonizing days, the strongest man in the world grew weaker. His soldiers, hearing their king was dying, tearfully filed past his bed for a final farewell. In June of 323 BCE, just shy of his 34th birthday, Alexander the Great died. Was it poison, malaria, typhoid fever? Legend says his last words, when asked who he left his empire to, were, "To the strongest." Whether true or not, that is what happened. He left no heir, and his vast empire immediately shattered. His generals, the Diadochi, tore it apart in nearly 50 years of savage warfare. His dream of a unified world died with him. His legacy was written in blood. His wife, Roxana, gave birth to his son, Alexander IV, just after his death, but neither would ever rule. In the brutal power struggles that followed, his mother, Olympias, was executed, and Roxana and the young boy were imprisoned and murdered before he could reach adulthood. Within 15 years, Alexander's entire family line had been wiped from the earth. So what is his legacy? He was a military genius, a paranoid tyrant, a visionary, and a butcher. He didn't build a lasting empire, but his conquests did something far more profound. They shattered the barriers of the ancient world. He carried Greek language, culture, and ideas to the edge of India, creating a new, vibrant Hellenistic age that would shape civilization for centuries to come. he remains one of history's most compelling and most terrifying figures. What do you believe was Alexander's greatest legacy? Was it his military tactics, his political vision of a fused culture, or the Hellenistic world he unknowingly created? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for joining us on this journey with Tales Lost in Time.